Spider is a big part of that. He was part of a lot of these pushes for flashes of brilliance. And I'm kind of looking at Seabass too. Seabass used to be on my radar for one of those up-and-coming players. Back in Season 8 and Season 9 of RLCS, he had kind of came in and out of RLCS or Rival Series, and I always felt like he just couldn't find the right group of players to really develop. But Flashes of Brilliance with Spider and Jacob, they look good against True Neutral here, and I don't think that speaks to True Neutral poorly. I actually think it does speak to Flashes of Brilliance in a good light, and it's a marker to what Jacob was talking about in the interview, to the amount of work they've put in to improve. It is showing on the field right now.
Yeah, no, I agree that. As they find another one, here's Spider finding the first goal of game number 2 through a defender. Flashes of Brilliance continues the streak.
That one does speak poorly on True Neutral. That's a mistouch in the corner. It'll get punished 99% of the time, and Spider did exactly that.
I agree with what you were saying, though, about Seabass as a player who I think was pretty consistently for a few seasons in the middle of the first 10 seasons of RLCS, the best player on an absolutely abysmal team. He was constantly like, man, if only this guy could put some better players around him, we could see different results here. And Cobb and Spider might be the players for him. We'll see how they continue here. Spider putting this down at midfield. Flipping in goal. Lucky for him, the ball is wide.
We just can't. True Neutral can't afford these misses. They got to hit that pass. Otherwise, Flashes of Brilliance, they won't respect them when they have to play defense. And why should they? The passes haven't been clean. That's a shot on net, but a little too far to the side. They're going to need a lot more of that. Flashes of Brilliance have felt no pressure in the blue half.
3:25, minute and a half into game number 2. Flashes of Brilliance taking game number 1, and finally a good scoring opportunity for True Neutral denied on the crossbar. Backboard defense, Flashes of Brilliance holding up strong, and here's Cobb looking for a crazy shot, going to get it over the defender at least and into the other corner, force True Neutral to find a clear. Outside now from Spider. 2 players bounce, and it'll be Seabass that's taking the shot. Clear it away. Now Shad. This guy up against Spider, Cobb, and Seabass, all in their back third, and the shot is going to be good finally from Raiseball. It pinches out into the offender, and the follow-up from True Neutral will tie the game.
Good work from Shad, staying underneath that ball, getting under for the flip. And again, it's timing. You flip a little early, then that first defender is going to be able to block it. He's going to be able to read it, and you won't even have a play on net. Your team is going to have to retreat. But because he waited so long to flip, and then he got that flip right over that next defender, it put the ball in a perfect spot for True Neutral and made things really awkward for Flashes of Brilliance. That's excellent work from Shad.
Spider through the sky. AJG now and trying to get through 2 defenders. Runs into the midfield. Teammate now Shad putting it on target. Cobb slowing this one down. Flips past AJ. Raised ball to the back line, looking for a pass off the wall. True Neutral. Finding much more than they or anyone expected in this Flashes of Brilliance roster. Yet to get a scoring streak going. We're across halftime. It's tied up at 1 apiece in game 2. Flashes of Brilliance leading the series by 1.
Yeah, fundamentally solid game from Flashes of Brilliance. You know, every time they're behind the ball, they get a solid touch on net. It's with purpose, and even right there, Seabass wasn't able to get the bump on net, but you like to see them go for it. Even if you don't get it initially, off the backboard, scary one. Even if you don't get it initially, it's going to make True Neutral think about it the next time they see you running across the goal line. And that little bit of hesitation is the difference maker in these games, especially with how tight this one is, 1-1 apiece.
Cobb takes it underneath the players, keeps it on the corner now. And he wasn't able to get it out of that corner and into the passing lanes. I love to see the effort there in the midfield, the out-of-the-box thinking, which is the thing that Jacob was known for, the Jacob goals. A common phrase amongst the casters in the beginning of the RLCS. Jacob always found a way to score something you hadn't seen before.
He was one of the OG creative players, wasn't he?
Very, very so. Very much
Just
so.
found a way to wow us.
Seabass now. Where's the goal? 1 minute remaining. Game number 2. Spider challenging in front of the box, but Raiseball flicks it past him, and now up to Shad onto the back wall. Cobb takes it away. Keeps it high. Seabass He challenged in the midfield, loses control to Raise Bull. Now Spider with a fake off of one, but a quick loop around. Fake player AJG not having any of it, looking for the demolition.
I like that idea from Spider, though, on that fake challenge. It was a good recovery from AJG. So you just commend both players on that one. It's like, all right, nice try, Spider. AJG got you on that one, but certainly worth the effort and forced to play that ball back out. Spider, a nice catch. He might be able to punish true neutral here, but AJG back will pick up the save.
Here's Raise Bull onto the backboard, looking for the double tap, and in it goes. 8 seconds left. True Neutral's got the lead.
He got the cross-field touch here from midfield. Let himself drop a little bit, caught himself on the boost, and it's perfect for Raise Bull. The rest of the flashes of brilliance were not expecting the transition to happen that quickly, and they couldn't grab that read off the backboard.
8 seconds left. How do flashes of brilliance respond? Here's Seabass. Clock's going to expire. He's got to keep it in the air, and he's really low on boost here. It'll be true neutral to shut it all down. They'll take game number 2, tying us up at 1 apiece. True neutral finally getting the work done.
And this time you didn't have the same miscues on true neutral's side. You did have a miscue or two on flashes of brilliance, but I mean, really, let's be honest, true neutral created those plays. That Shad flip reset was clutch to get the pass to Raise Bull, and then Raise Bull's double touch, a quick pass and a hard shot downfield. That was good work, and that's what you're going to have to contend with that kind of space for Raise Bull. Is you can't let it happen at any point. Otherwise, that ball's going to end up in the net. But I got to say, Wave, with how it's gone, despite True Neutral taking that game, flashes of brilliance have given me a lot more than I was expecting, and I'm less confident in True Neutral's ability to, i.e. clap in this game. I think flashes of brilliance have a real chance to take this one if they keep looking like they have in the first 2 games.
As we planned on a veritable clapping in this series, and it has been a good old-fashioned chess match, back and forth. Both teams seeming to have tools, to have strengths that they are bringing to the table, and it is created a wonderful dynamic. Even that second game there, we've seen True Neutral take the victory. Still just a 1-goal game with last 0-second opportunities for Flash of Brilliance. Going to game 3. Who is able to take the lead here? One away from match point. Seeing pressure from flashes of brilliance.
Thought that might have been trouble for True Neutral. Jacob realizing he has a little bit of space. True Neutral all off the ball, but look how fast AJG is up for it. It's still flat-footed for the rest of True Neutral. They know that flashes of brilliance, they had the advanced positioning, so it doesn't make sense to go up on that play. You let them come to you. You have the backboard clean, and that's what you saw. You saw it was a good defensive posturing from True Neutral, something that hasn't always been true about this team, but a much more patient approach, and got them out of a bad spot earlier.
Bass pushing the ball to midfield. And the response from True Neutral, not good enough. Now we're seeing flashes of brilliance up on offense. Both teams happy to play the ball laterally just to break up the positioning and the passing of their opponents. Is this one going in all the way? It is. Oh my goodness. Spider with a midfield shot gets the scoring started in game 3.
How did this one go in? Cobb sets him up, and AJG is there. He's on the assignment. He has to make that touch happen. True Neutral just needed more time to get back, and credit to Jacob on the powerful pass. A little softer, and good chance AJG gets that block and it's not a goal. So excellent from Cobb and Jacob to make that one happen.
3:08 on the clock. Flashes of brilliance now leading following the narrow miss from AJG. Chad through the sky. Had Cobb challenging him. He's able to bump the player off the ball and give Spider space in his box. Now Raise Bull. His touch went to Cobb, and now Spider's going to try and pick it up, but passing lane shut down by Shad. It's True Neutral. They come alive on the offensive demolition on a Seabass could help Spider getting up from in front of the box and playing the ball back to the corner. AJG now looking to set up Shad. And Cobb off the ceiling. He wanted to hold on to that ball and play it out of his half, but the ball started to fall too quickly and then had to just fall behind it to play defense. Now Cobb through one. Got Seabass coming up behind him. Seabass sees that ball moving away from him, knows he just has to play for second touch. Pick up the corner boost and quickly turn on this one. He's got Shad challenging him as well. 1v1 here, and Shad wins it quickly on the flip. Tries to get the pass out, but Spider cuts off the passing lane, and they'll block the follow-ups again.
That was some big brain stuff there from True Neutral. Tried to force a bad touch out of Flashes of Brilliance. Instead turns into a great passing play, and Seabass puts it right in the center. Flashes of Brilliance take a 2-goal lead.
It's just still, even the infield pass, it's so pretty. You see it coming, but with the 2 defenders coming in from the side, I really expected them to make the save, but the shot too quick just behind the player who was crossing the net. I mean, the players kind of crossed and met the net in the middle there, so the shot just to one side. Not going to be blocked. 2-0 for Flashes of Brilliance, but Raisbull immediately responds following kickoff to get True Neutral on the board.
Big goal. That's a big goal. Good job from AJG. Good hustle. Made it really awkward. Cobb came in expecting the ball continuing to be pushed. You expect the flow of the game to not stop in front of you and just get stuffed. You expect to be able to respond, but AJG, he switched it up on the changeup and made it really awkward for Spider. It bounced by Cobb. Raisbull was able to put it in afterwards, and now they're on the push again. But nobody comes up with the ball, and now they're in trouble all of a sudden. Seabass no boost, so they won't be punished for it immediately. But this is a dangerous situation for True Neutral.
Yeah, Cobb got a good piece of that one, but luckily for True Neutral here, Spider not in a great position to make use of the touch. Now he'll come in, get a bump on one. Raisbull quickly closes on this. Seabass with a miss in the midfield. AJ gonna pick up control. Spider takes it away from him. Back and forth. Alternating challenge wins, keeping this game in the middle. Now Seabass, with a fake under one, nearly got it behind AJ as well, but AJ reads it. And now Cobb trying to move this around at midfield. 1 minute remaining. Flashes of Brilliance holding on to a 1-goal lead. Nobody gave them more than 1 win in this series, and they're about to take their second if they can just hold on for 48 more seconds.
Might be tough, though. True Neutral have been slowly pushing this ball forward, and they've been winning more of the boost, but that's a great touch from Jacob over to Spider, and a great grab as well. The defense met by True Neutral, and another save off the crossbar taken out of the corner, but True Neutral need to get out of the orange half. This is not where they need to be playing with 30 seconds remaining. Quick transition, Spider misses the ball, Seabass makes up for a missed touch, gets up there quickly, back over to midfield, but still True Neutral downfield. Raisbull lets it go, and that's going to be a dead play for True Neutral.
15 seconds left. They can't afford dead plays. They've got to hold on to this ball and get it back around. They can play into 0 seconds time with it just being a 1-goal differential. The Flashes of Brilliance has been so pungent on the offense here. 3 seconds left. AJ down the field. Spider will break up the passing lane again. The clock has expired. You can't touch the ground. Seabass just puts it low velocity on it and pushes it into the ground again. Flashes of Brilliance up by 1 game in game 3. Going into game 4 looking for match point.
Now, Jacob was starting to turn me into a believer in that interview, and he's like, we've been grinding, man. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anyone thinks about us. I'm happy we're the underdog. I'm happy no one expects us to win. I'm happy no one cares, because that's when we're going to come out and we're going to smack True Neutral in the mouth, and that's exactly what is happening in this match. Flashes of Brilliance have played a textbook clean game. They're not trying to do anything too fancy. They get creative when they can afford to, but they also pull off when they know they don't have the resources to be able to contend. True Neutral have put on a lot of pressure wave, but I've been impressed with Flashes of Brilliance's ability to get quick and hard clears pretty consistently.
One thing I've loved from Flashes of Brilliance also has been their the accuracy from the midfield, the long-range shots. They're just constantly in moments of like, hey, you know what? I've got a ball. They don't have anyone in net. Let's just shoot. Let's force them to get back and save this one in awkward ways. And it spends so much of True Neutral's resources saving shots that other teams just wouldn't take. And it breaks up the game plan of how they would like to advance. There again, Cobb just taking a shot. There's plenty of defenders. They're going to get back and save it. But he forces them to use their boost to do it. And it gives them a better positional advantage. In the beginning of game 4 here, we're seeing Flashes of Brilliance continue that same game plan.
We'll see if True Neutral, if they pull something else out of the bag, because right now it just hasn't worked. They've tried to dribble this ball and force the challenge through the defender, but they're not winning those challenges. So you got to change it up. They need to. I don't want to say, you know, oh, they need to pass more, because it really depends on the context. Flashes of Brilliance haven't really given them too many angles, and they've been forced into the corners. Kind of capping off what you were saying earlier about being unable to handle these long-range shots, constantly having to throw the ball out to the corner, and not even having a corner boost like Shad. He tried to run over his own boost. It's not there because it was stolen by Flashes of Brilliance. Now, AJG does some good work, but guess where his whole team is? Playing defense back here because they can't play advance. Maybe they get it here with Raise Bull.
They're trying to Spider. With a counter, here's AJ to drop it in. An excellent shot that gets a double coming out of the defenders, but Cobb's going to hold on to this ball and get a second block as well. Seabass now to pick it up and launch it through the sky. Spider going to move up with him on the edge here. And now closing in to take control. No, he misses the ball. And we'll see True Neutral advance to try and take the lead. 3:13 left to go in game 4. No goals. The latest we've seen this series go without a goal being scored. Oh, Spider doing so much work. Denied by AJG on the goal line. AJ's back up with the ball again. He's got Spider challenging him once more. 2 players in front of Spider, and they will win the 2v1. Seabass, long touch here. Spider's going to try, but AJ's there. Now Cobb through 2. He just puts it on target again. It's off the crossbar. A follow-up is good. No! The save comes through once more. Spider trying his best. The defense holds again.
Typically that ball bounces off the post like that, kicks back in towards the box. It's almost a goal every time, but
every time
he was able to get reset and pick up that save. That's big for True Neutral, and they need more offense. Shad punts that one downfield. Might be a chance, but again, Spider's just too close to the ball. There's no space for True Neutral to work with. Spider's all over it. He covers up every opportunity. And there again, here's a shot from AJG, but the net's covered. Again, Flashes of Brilliance will not let True Neutral through.
Crossed halftime. Here's AJG putting more pressure on. Spider makes the save. Follow-ups and everybody from Flashes of Brilliance in surprising spots. And True Neutral wasn't ready for the openings. AJ. Now on the outside, Shad picking up control. Spider's going to try here on the wall, and Cobb now moves in. He's got a player in front of him, and they'll win the challenge. True Neutral taking over the midfield, but Spider cutting the counter touch. Back and forth. Neither team able to get consecutive touches to advance their positioning.
Even Jacob here working on low boost on that dribble, and then he was met in midfield with resistance. His pass didn't really work out the way he wanted it to. Flashes of Brilliance, they're forced to really think about how to approach this. They have to be careful, but Jacob just takes it over himself underneath and can't put the ball in. True Neutral on the transition, but it's denied again. Seabass this time behind the ball. Shot on target and saved by AJG. Not over for Flashes of Brilliance. Caught against the corner. Spider couldn't hang on to it, and they're going to be pushed back to defense.
The accuracy from Flashes of Brilliance is huge right now. They can make so many mistakes as long as their shooting this good and forcing True Neutral to always have a player on the goal line. They relieve so much offensive pressure True Neutral would otherwise have. Again, you can see, look at how deep. Shad is all the way back in his back third. As here comes a pass now, trying to push this one up. 35 seconds left, no goals. Here's Spider. Demolished in the sky, Seabass. Has to rotate out. Here's Shad as the pressure comes through in goal, but Cobb denies. 23 seconds left. Flashes of Brilliance find a goal here. They'll be on match point. Raise Bull gonna try. It's into the box and awkward. Cobb puts it into his corner. Spider's there. 10 seconds left. Overtime. Glistening on the horizon for the first time today. Cobb here. Back down to Spider. He's going to hold on to himself, but he's out of boost. Shad gives it away. The time has expired. If the ball touches the ground, we go into golden goal, and we do overtime for the first time of North America.
Oh my, oh my, oh my. That was a very tense final 15 seconds. And here we go again. I don't have anything to say, Wave. Let's go.
Okay, out to the outside. Here's Cobb. Got a player in front of him. AJG's going to try and push this one into the box, and he'll do well, but Seabass on the backboard gets it away. Raise Bulk, a massive pileup on the corner there. AJG versus Seabass, though. Goes to the slow play, goes for an air bump. Here's Cobb to finish it off. Whoa, back into the box. Shad makes a flip. They're all out of boost, bumping him out of the goal as he goes. All Shad can do is just pop it into the sky and hope a teammate can pick it up. And it's Raise Bulk with the flip reset, but it's wide. Follow-up from AJG is good, though, and True Neutral tie the series at 2 apiece.
How did they swing that in their favor? That's ridiculous. Rays got the flip reset, put the pressure on, forced Flashes of Brilliance to hustle back to net. It bounces straight out, and AJG puts it on target for a true neutral victory, but that looked like it was Flashes of Brilliance's. They had it right in front of the net. It started with one save, one player of true neutral got bumped out of the way, and then it bounced off the post, I think, and then it ran into another player, and it stopped in front of the net, and I just don't understand how that ball did not go in the orange net, and then immediately went down the pitch, and Flashes of Brilliance got scored on. Holy moly.
What an overtime. The only, I'm pretty sure that was the only overtime we've had here in North America. It was wild from beginning to end. Full Flashes of Brilliance, though. They have made a series out of this, but True Neutral now have won 2. As we go into Game 5, a completely even affair here. The one overtime going to True Neutral's way, going to give them confidence if we go to Golden Goal again.
I continue to be impressed by Flashes of Brilliance. This is probably the best I've seen this team play in a while. And I just think it's funny that we asked Jacob a bunch of questions in a pregame interview, and he talks about the grind. The players love talking about how they've been grinding, but I see it. I see the grind. Like this is the best they have looked in a long time. And True Neutral are a solid squad as Shad puts in the first goal for them.
This is the first time we've seen True Neutral lead in a while. AJG across the field. Shad to close it in. And one of the first openings we've seen Flashes of Brilliance give them in the box like that. A team that has been playing very well off the goal line.
Product of the kickoff, right? You lose that kickoff and you're not exactly in the spot you want to be. So in a longer bout, you might be in the right spot to get the clear. But with the panic of losing the kickoff, that puts you in a tougher spot than normal.
Bass here off of his backboard. Now in those longer bouts. How they settle in. They find a way to tie it up. Tie up the game. Just Cobb. Along the outside as it goes around True Neutral's corner. AJ.
Oh my.
Into his back half. Cobb's there to pick it up. No one's home on the and he just barely can't sneak it around the post. And free goal there. Flashes of Brilliance miss out.
Didn't need to rush it. He had the time. I don't know if he could have flicked his camera to the side and saw it. He probably guessed. He knew that the player was coming back, so he thought, execute it quickly. Don't leave it up to chance. But also, not leaving it up to chance means you end up missing the open net, however tight it may have been.
There's Seabass with a long shot. AJG, the block. Cobb now. See Seabass in the enemy net looking for defenders to bump and doesn't find anybody. Catches them in between rotations. By the time Cobb gets there with the ball, the defenders have closed in on it. Cobb, more shots. Again, just peppering the net. Find themselves openings. Here comes Seabass. The one downside to constantly having shots on target from anywhere in the field is eventually the other team does start to just leave someone back there. They do get better at playing those long shots, which is how a big part of how Flashes of Brilliance was gaining goals earlier. This was one of their primary sources, was just the shots from midfield. Here's Spider. And see that one right in front of the goal. The entire net to shoot at. He's going to miss. That is not the sort of opportunity you want to see go. You need to force True Neutral to make a stop there.
Yeah, with how they've been playing, those are ones they should be sinking in. But I was thinking the same thing you were, Wave Punk, about specifically True Neutral's defense and adjusting by relaxing the rotation. I think you're absolutely right. They started hearing the song that Flashes of Brilliance were playing, and unless they switch it up, well, they might actually get it here. 2-on-1, and a great save from AJG. No problem.
The brilliant two-man effort there from Flashes of Brilliance against both defenders, just isolating them each into an instance and then using the man advantage to get the ball around them. But still, AJG, after being harassed, manages to get back for the shot and stop it. 2:02 left to go. True Neutral holding on to the lead here in a very close battle. Right around to the wall. And the defender caught on the lip, but no, they still managed to get the save. Shad blocking Cobb on that shot.
Ooh, what a challenge for AJG. That's going to really put some pressure on Flashes of Brilliance. They took all the boost, but the ball is headed the other way, and they almost got punished, but it bounced off the post again. How did True Neutral keep getting this lucky? Look at this, coming around the corner. AJG forces it by one, and the play's going to die.
There's Seabass to try and push it back down, see if he can create another play of his own. Cobb's up for this one. Seabass going to be looking for defenders, and he finds one, but AJG still makes the save. True Neutral, well rotated. Going to have to take out more than one player to get a free goal.
Oh my goodness.
That one nearly a mistake away from being an own goal. He's raised ball. 1:05 left on the clock. Final minute approaching here in game number 5. True Neutral looking to hold on and go to match point. Spider looking for Seabass. Oh, so dangerous. He finds a bump. Cobb's going to have to score, but no, it's just high of the net. Shad makes the save. Seabass chasing this one down. He'll play it across the field. Excellent momentum control to keep his team on offense. Can he find Spider? He takes an extra touch to keep that one high, but all it does is isolate himself high in the sky. Good challenge by someone from True Neutral. 27 seconds left. AJG looking for security here. Cobb burns a lot of boost just to get the ball to midfield. He's got control, but nothing else, and he loses that right afterwards. Shad gets a pass too. It's towards the goal and wide. Seabass out of his back third. Teammates being demolished left and right. AJG on the hunt. Spider with 9 seconds left. Empty net for True Neutral, but they've got the defense in the front of the box. And with 2 seconds left, lots of space and ball control. Shad's not going to miss. Puts one on the goal line just to tease them as they go to game 6. True Neutral on match point.
I think True Neutral are starting to finally find form. And by that, I mean flashes of brilliance hit your shots. Period. This was a 1-goal game, and you had, 3 solid opportunities. You had an open net from Cobb, missed it. Open net for Spider, missed it. And I think there was one that wasn't necessarily an open net, but one they definitely should have put in. I can't remember what that one was. The point is, Wave Punk, they had their chances, and I cannot countenance not taking those chances and scoring them. You just have to hit that. And then they got those post bounces, and when it rains, it pours, man.
8 shots for Cobb. 8 shots, 0 goals in that game. We saw a couple of them there at the end. Things that are registering as shots. Just hitting the crossbar, hitting just a bit wide. I agree. True Neutral has come into form, and their form is flashes of brilliance can't hit the back of the net. Here's AJ. True Neutral 1 win away from a game tomorrow. See if they can put it away here in game 6, or do we go to game 7?
You might really see them kick it in the next gear now that they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Didn't start out well for True Neutral. Flashes of Brilliance taking that first game, and they look shaky, but they look a lot stronger, and it's been hard for Flashes of Brilliance to find opportunities. As much as I rail about the open nets that they did miss, True Neutral otherwise have kept things really difficult, and Ray's Bull puts in the grounder.
How does this one go in? Ray's Bull following this one underneath. Teammate dismantling one of the defenders, and the other two very aggressively upfield. Looks like Flashes of Brilliance really was trying to descend the whole house, and then we see an empty net for AJG. He's not going to miss. 4:17 on the clock. Early lead for True Neutral. 1 goal was good enough. In previous games here, is it good enough again?
Ever since True Neutral got privy to how... Oh, hang on a second. Flashes of Brilliance, 1v1, and AJG again, dude. This defense, man, you can't get by. You cannot get by this man.
I mean, it was effective. It was like technically a 1v1 of just 2 players, but it really was a 1v3. All 3 players are barreling down into his half. He's got to find a way to not just keep the ball out of his net, but to push it away from the 2 players coming in from behind. He did exactly that. AJG clean on the defense there. 3:40 left to go. Here's AJ. Out to Ray's Bull. And he finds Shad. Just takes the shot himself. The dual threat isn't good enough. A block from Seabass, but AJG onto the backboard. Seabass gets up for that one. Now Cobb trying to stall this to gain ball control. He picks up his corner boost. And Shad will try to bounce this off of his hood, but look at Cobb go by himself. This is not a great challenge off the backboard. They play it off their own backboard there.
What?
Now the long shot for goal number 2. Okay, True Neutral up by 2.
Wow, dude. Okay, so I don't know how that worked out for you. Ray's Bull He doesn't get the best touch initially, and then his teammates come in and they're like, I'm just going to slam it into you, Raise Bull. And it got it on the right side of the car, so it goes away from the flow of the play, and now it's just a long shot down the field? Dude, I'm just... What happened earlier? Shad got like the flip, or Raise Bull got the flip reset goal, like that should have been a Flashes of Brilliance goal. It's turning more and more bad luck here for Flashes of Brilliance.
I don't know. It was Flashes of Brilliance recognizing the width on the backboard and saying, oh, this is our opportunity, and all three players moving up, but not really knowing where to be outside of that. And especially when True Neutral kind of takes the bad shot themselves, they shoot it at their own backboard, then all three players just completely out of position, and all of a sudden they find themselves with an opportunity to send the long-range guns. 2-0, True Neutral trying to finish it off here. Can they find a goal on the other side? Flashes of Brilliance with the third opportunity, and it'll go in. Cobb finally puts one between the posts, and it's a one-goal game at halftime.
All started with a beautiful air roll dribble from Spider. Really forced the ball into a tough spot, and then coming in with Seabass to make the play awkward, and Cobb got another free rebound. So 1, 2, and 3 chances. That last one, Cobb does find the back of the net.
True Neutral, though, still with the lead. Flashes of Brilliance finally back into the scoring department. Can they keep it going? Raise Bull up. Another excellent stop. D-Bass demolished. Dad. Through the sky. He's going to run into Spider. Now AJ across the field, but Raise Bull is in the middle. He's not going to be there for the pass. Just for this one, stop 1 and stop 2. Back over to Shad here to pick up control. He's got the midfield boost. Got Seabass challenging him, gets it past 1, and now over back to a teammate, lofted on top of the goal. Here comes Raise Bull for the drop shot. Back out in front of the box again for Shad. A great setup. True Neutral with all the pieces. Just not able to find the oblong shot. AJG with the save. Here's Seabass trying to put pressure on him, but Shad gets in the way. 1:45 left to go. 1:45 separating True Neutral from tomorrow. Here's AJG to try and put some security in, but Spider gets in the way. Seabass now to pick up the ball, the boost out of the corner. He's got Spider in the midfield for the pass, but runs into a player high in the sky before he could choose what to do with the ball. Shad into the box, and Cobb with the save. Up to Seabass. 2 players tangled up on the corner, but they've held on for another 20 seconds or so. Flashes of Brilliance. Pressure starting to build.
They're feeling the pressure from True Neutral. They had finally collected some boost, but then almost the entire roster of Flashes of Brilliance were expending that at any possible cost. Here's the shot, the one to tie the game, in front of the box, and Spider gets punched in! His goal is good! Flashes of Brilliance have tied the game!
I can't believe this actually goes in. Spider takes the shot, gets saved, but it's still rolling into the net. They didn't kill the entire forward vector. And as the ball just continues to hang there, none of the defenders are able to get up for the ball. 1:01 on the clock, final minute of Game 6. True Neutral has to go back to the scoring department and find another way into the back of Flashes of Brilliance net. This one looking dangerous, but Cobb gets it away. Here's AJG, open net, Cobb couldn't quite get there. The drop down again. AJ tries, but Seabass now up and in the way. Spider with the clear to the outside. Cobb to try and pick it up, but there is too many players in the way. Shad through the sky, getting into the box. Now here comes True Neutral. Oh, and it's through 2! Around the defender! AJG puts it in. True Neutral back on top.
He's come up big time for his team. Raise Bull put its close side. No chance for Cobb to get to the ball. That puts his teammate in a desperate situation. You saw him jet off the goal line, holding down the boost button, but it was too little, too late. AJG knew exactly where to put that ball, and True Neutral 30 seconds away from moving on to tomorrow.
And Flashes of Brilliance come back. Well, they need at least 2 more flashes to survive. And there's one of them. Seabass in, upper 90. Brilliant placement. They're not going anywhere.
Yep, the good initial touch from Cobb. The miss from Raise Bull. He's got to clean that one up. True Neutral had bought themselves a beautiful opportunity to win the game. Raise Bull, that is a textbook clear. You have to make that touch.
True Neutral. They had a 2-goal lead. They lost it. They got a 1-goal lead. They lost it. Flashes of Brilliance just will not go away. Trying to force Game 7. We might be going to another overtime. True Neutral has won the only overtime of the day. Clock's expired. Shad with ball control. Flips it over 1. Defended. Will go to overtime. True Neutral score. They're through to tomorrow. Flashes of Brilliance score. We go to game 7.
Oh man, I get so scared when I see Shad get up underneath the ball and he gets the flip reset. I just don't know what's going to happen in that situation. Bull almost put his team in a tough spot, but he will get it over. And oh my goodness, flings it over. We're in overtime, Wave Punk, and I don't know what's going to happen. It's exciting.
Oh, they're trying elbow through 2. Bull has to get the stop and stops in the midfield. Here's AJG onto the backboard. Cobb back down the midfield. Seabass to the outside. That 3-1, Cobb into the corner. Bull trying, Seabass sets this one up, and now Spider from the midfield loses the challenge. Bull into this corner with Seabass. Down to try and move up on it as well. A lot of commitment here from True Neutral on this play. They'll back off as they understand. They see Flashes of Brilliance holding onto the ball high in the sky, and they say this is too. We have to extend too much out of our half to go there for overtime. First minute, gonna come and go here back in front of the box. Shad trying. Spider through 1, Cobb to the sky. He's got Shad in front of him, gonna try and take it to the goal. It's just wide of the goal. Bull through 1. He's got a little bit of boost left. This one pinching towards his net. And sent back away. A back and forth right now.
Ooh, good clear from Shad in midfield. AJG nowhere near the ball, and Flashes of Brilliance doing a great job of keeping True Neutral out of the blue half for any kind of extended period of time. And it's been True Neutral having to face a lot of pressure. Wait a minute, downfield. Shad continues to touch high off the backboard. AJG off the ceiling, and it's tucked up high, and they'll be okay for now for Seabass, but he wants to keep control of this ball. He will. It's through 1. It's open race, and they have to give it up. AJG will pick it up.
AJG versus Cobb now. He bumps it through him. He's got no boost, but he's under 2 players. Into this corner, does not pick up the corner boost. Big grab there from Spider to block the attempts from AJG. He's got it through 2. Bull back out to the side. 2 minutes of overtime. Cobb onto the wall. Long play. Spider to the outside. Bull trying, but Seabass has other ideas. To the outside now, again on the wall. He's going to try and carry it over. Shad to the goal. No, Bull denies him. Cobb now going to take his attempt towards the goal once more. AJ and Shad now to tag team this one back around. Can they find the counterattack? Back flips out of it. Here's Bull. No, denied. Again, the ball stays in the True Neutral half. Flashes of Brilliance with an opportunity. Spider puts it wide. Seabass isn't able to get there in time.
Oh, they don't want that curse on them in this overtime. They don't want that open net bug to come back and bite them. And AJG again on defense. You cannot get by him right now. Popped up again. True Neutral need to get out of the orange half. The shots keep coming. There it is, but it's taken away again by Shad. Screaming across the net. Cobb takes his time, flips it over wide. AJG's back, and he'll be able to play it back over to the corner. This one's going to be a tough out for AJG. He's got a wingman. He gets underneath the ball, but it bounces high off the ramp, and Spider gets a hard clear. He's got a man downfield. It's Seabass. He's missed the touch. Shad picks it up, and True Neutral are in the danger zone. AJG pushes it out downfield. Flashes of Brilliance. Another catch. Spider, he's got 2 to beat. Underneath, pops it up, flicks it over another, and again, True Neutral hanging on defense.
My goodness, 3 minutes in. Flashes of Brilliance will not go away. True Neutral can't shake them off their back. It's going to find the back of the net one time. Here's Cobb. Trying to hold on. Spider setting up Seabass. Back down the field, Seabass with a touch, but AJG's up for this one. Doesn't get most of it, and it's going to take a Flash of Brilliance bounce. Bull down, AJG into the corner. Seabass there. No, AJG wins the challenge. Drops it into the box, but nobody's there for the shot. Cobb's up for it and loose, but gets just enough in the way. It's out to Seabass on the far side. He's taken to the sky, committing to this play. Wins the challenge against Bull, and Spiders will try on the far side to keep this ball moving further and further into the box. They get it across, but AJG denies. Cobb not able to pick it up. Shad versus Seabass for the win. No, Seabass denies him.
Great defense from Seabass. It's not over, though. Another shot, and there it is on the backside. AJG hits the spot twice now and sends True Neutral to the semis.
Clean finish. Took them 4 minutes and 18 seconds of overtime, but AJG will finally send True Neutral through. Flashes of Brilliance. This was a big one. This was a big flash, though. We expected the 4-0, and they showed up, fought so brilliantly, almost sending us to Game 7 there. What a day.
I really thought they had it, and there was a couple of opportunities late in that OT that I thought, here it is, Flashes of Brilliance, they found it. But then AJG, Look, man, he's been the MVP so many times for True Neutral in matches, and he was that again. RazeBull, I don't think, played a solid match. He was inconsistent, and when RazeBull is on, that's when this team really looks threatening. But all the credit in the world to flashes of brilliance. Like you said, Wave, we didn't really give them any shot, but like they have shown the improvement, and I think it's there. I'm excited to see flashes of brilliance in the future, but the win still belongs to True Neutral.
No doubt it does, and a big win at that, I guess.